What's up, Goth Gamer Nation?
Neverlooted Dungeon is an upcoming dungeon-crawling, physics-based RPG, ImSim, and and it is being developed and published by Wild Mage Games. This one's very light on plot and almost functions more like a celebration of gameplay mechanics from games like Arx Fatalis and Dark Messiah, at least from what is shown in this demo. You play as a bold adventurer in a whimsical Sierra-esque fantasy world who attempts to loot the Neverlooted Dungeon, a properly labeled dungeon full of untold treasure hidden away behind a gauntlet of traps, pitfalls, challenges, and big ol' rats. And, well, I guess you gotta go loot it because you want what's in there, and, you know, what else do you want to hear? I was skeptical going into this one because it used the Immersive Sim tag, which I often read as the throwing down of a gauntlet. And it does have a slightly generic, but still stylized aesthetic to it. Like the opening of Kingdom Hearts for the Sony PlayStation 2, it is simple and clean. And the further I got into it, the more I came to appreciate that. It's got its own gloomy atmosphere, but everything within it is just an almost comically typical depiction of a thing. Most objects are named as though they were mass-produced by a corporation or something. It's scientific in that way, like you're in some kind of simulated thief training ground. You'll come across notes that give clues to key locations and stuff like that, written in bland corporate speak like, there are people working a boring 9-to-5 at the old dungeon. So what you'll be doing is stumbling around in the dark through caves and subterranean layers, trying to find loot, all the while minding the environment's many hazards and finding creative means of bypassing them.
Nice try. Can't get me that easy, I'm a fuck.
It's hard to tell how much of the tongue-in-cheek nature is in service to this first level acting like a tutorial most of the time, or if that is something that will then carry on for the rest of the game, because I wouldn't be mad about that. It's good when a game has a vibe, even if it's one that is a bit odd, a bit quirked up. But we got all the classics here. Pressure plates that trigger a hail of arrows, secret buttons that reveal hidden passages, enticing chests with blades that shoot out that I never seem to learn my lesson from. What I think pretty clearly makes the game worthy of including the Immersive Sim tag is how many different ways you can make it through deceptively simple obstacles. You're never really sure, you know, did they expect me to do this? Am I breaking the game? Who knows? It really allows you to think up interesting solutions to these dungeon crawler scenarios, taking advantage of its amusing physics as well, which for me often meant just kicking literally everything. Oh man, when a game lets you kick open doors, it's good. It makes me feel like games might be good. Like there might be good games in this world. Now give me a game where you can kick nearly anything? Sheesh! What? There are things one shouldn't kick? In a cheeky subversion, you save your place at campsites, but if you die, that guy you were is just dead forever, replaced by a new, unwitting adventurer that can then not only find the body of the last one and loot it, but can then use their corpse to aid in their travels. Not too sure how much depth will be added to the full game, or even how representative of the finished product this demo is, but it's already showing a lot of potential, and just displays an appreciation for certain game design concepts that I can tell might lead to something really fun. It also looks like they have been taking demo feedback into consideration. I was browsing through the community tab and someone suggested that they should be able to cook rats, and sometime later, sure enough, you could cook rats. So I was trying to think of something I'd like to see integrated, but I feel like anything I thought of is like a big ask that might be incongruous with their plans. I mean, like either way, I think they got a good game brewing, so I am going to play it, but I think it could benefit from, I don't know, like a proper grid inventory with maybe a paper doll of your character that you could equip things on. At the moment, it's a very blocky utilitarian thing, which isn't offensive, but call me Kevin Flynn because I'm trying to get in the grid. Tron, 1982. I don't know if it's better or worse when I credit the reference. Also, give my guy some grunts. You know what I'm talking about? The absence of my guy making a little noise whenever he jumps or climbs something. It's deafening. Give me a good like, huh! That's it. That's all I got. If that's way off base, I did find a document that makes mention of goblins, and if you could include a goblin, or perhaps some kind of little green ghoul, I think you'd have a day one sale, buddy. Everyone.